Mystic Mountain.
And the frightening bobsled change.
Hello again, and thank you for joining us for yet another thrilling, exciting, and fun episode of The Adventurous Life of Paul and Diane. But before we get started, very important, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you never ever miss a thrilling, exciting, and fun episode of The Adventurous Life of Paul and Diane. One more thing, stick around, and later in this video, we have a very special recap of our day in Ocho Rios.
In this video, we are going to be talking about Mystic Mountain in Jamaica. And later in this video, the change on the bobsled that made my ride frightening. So before you book this ride, you need to know what you are getting into. Now, we booked this bobsled only through Carnival Excursions, but they do have other packages through Carnival Excursions.
Okay, after we got off the Carnival Horizon, we had a walk down the pier, and then we were shown where to wait until our group was called. We were then funneled into a small area with about 200 people. They were all waiting for their excursions, and it was very unorganized. Finally, our group was called, and we got our wristbands, and after a long walk to the bus, we waited another 10 or 15 minutes before boarding our bus. Thankfully, our bus was air-conditioned, and it was very comfortable. They then had a 10-minute ride to Mystic Mountain. When you arrive there, you get into another line, and you take the chairlift up to Mystic Mountain. Alright, we are getting ready to board the ski lift, take us up to Mystic Mountain.
Yeah, can't wait to get up there.
The scenery was so beautiful before you ride the chairlift, and it included a beautiful waterfall and tropical foliage. After a 10-minute wait, it was our turn to get on the chairlift, and off we went.
Let's do that.
Guys, good?
Yep, we're good.
So 15 minutes up to the top. Keep all the stuff safe when you go up, right? So bobsled, ragamuffin, zip line, pool in the bar, everything is at the top, right?
Yes. Yeah, this is third or fourth time.
Here? Welcome back.
We love it.
So you guys are pros. You know what to do.
We know what to expect, I think is a better term.
You guys bobsledding today, right?
Yes, we love that.
No breaks. Ready? Have fun.
I'm going to watch them take off and all.
All the way up on the sky ride.
Yeah, riding the chairlift on up to Mystic Mountain in the Jamaican Bobsled. So,
Yep, there's a nice breeze.
yeah,
up
we're going to
here.
have a lot of fun doing this.
Hand it out.
So what do you think? Having a good time?
Oh yeah, I love this.
Beautiful scenery. I know they had that hurricane a couple months ago, but we've really seen very, very little hurricane damage. So, but we'll keep you posted. We'll look for it. If we see anything, we'll let you guys know.
It's our ship, the Horizon. I think they said other ship. That's where we're going to get off ahead there. And then we'll be on Mystic Mountain. Look at the pretty flowers right there.
Yeah, we're going to be getting off in just a bit. We can take a look around at the stores and things like that, and then take our bobsled ride down. And check everything else out. If there's some other rides I can go ahead and get on, I'll go ahead and do that as well. So, should be fun. Ride the bobsleds or do any other activities such as zip lining, ropes course, ATV, and etc., you need to rent a locker and put in your backpacks and other valuables at a cost of $4 as of January 2026.
Yes, and one thing that was nice about it, I had a crossbody purse, and I asked the lady at that desk, I said, do I have to put that in the locker too? And she said no, so I was really happy about that.
I don't think I have. Yeah, we're in the line for the Jamaica Bobsleds, about 30, 40 people ahead of us, and it should be a lot of fun. We've done it before, so let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Yep, can't wait.
So before Paul and I were getting ready to board the bobsled, I asked if they could attach us together. And Paul and I used to do this. We've been on the bobsleds a couple other times, and we always did that. Paul was steering it, and I was in the back filming, our ride down. Well, they informed us that they don't attach them anymore. So I was a little bit frightened because I never was in my own bobsled alone. And they said, well, you can both ride together, or you can ride down individually. And we decided to go individually because when I looked at the room, it was like mainly for a little kid sitting in front of a parent, not for two adults.
Would have been cramped.
Right, so I just said, well, I'll just take my own. But let me tell you, I was frightened.
Don't stop on the track. All right, we reached the end, and now it's just an automatic climb on a track. This is what it looks like. Making our back way up Mystic Mountain. That was a fun ride. And they no longer attach two cars for a tandem. You can ride two people in a single car, but they no longer attach two cars. So my wife had to go down by herself, which I'm sure she had a great time. And I'll meet her up at the top.
Yeah, so the bad part was when Paul and I came here before, we hooked up our bobsleds, and now they won't let you do that. You have to go separately. Well, I've never done it by myself, and they moved the controllers down further, so I had the hardest time. I had to push so hard all the way forward and sit on the edge of the seat. I didn't like it at all. I mean, it was fun because I'm going down fast and everything, but I really didn't like it. Like,
So you couldn't film at all?
yeah, I couldn't film anything. I was holding on to that so tight, and yeah, I liked how they had it before, where I could hook up with Paul, and I would, record everything on the way down. But I did record it pulls you back up, so I did record some of that. But as for on the way down, I was like hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, I just use my right hand to use the brake and to go forward and back, and I use my left hand to go ahead and hold the Osmo and go ahead and film everything as I could. But yeah, I asked two different people to verify to make sure you couldn't attach bobsleds together, and they says no man, that many years ago, man. Yeah, it was about 5 years ago the last time we were here, I think.
Yeah, so it was really funny because I went before Paul, and usually when somebody went, it was like maybe 10 seconds before the next person went.
Before I went.
Yeah, and I think the guy knew that I was, like having a hard time, because he kept telling me, push it further forward, push it further forward. So he goes, you don't want anyone running into you, and so Paul said that it took him a minute or so
Before they shoved me off.
Yeah, because
It was
of
fun,
me.
though. It was fun.
Yeah.
But I really couldn't go as fast as I wanted to because I was holding the Osmo. So, but hey, got some good footage. Okay, after we finished our ride on the bobsleds, we went to get a drink. I got a Jamaican passion fruit rum punch. Let me tell you, that bad boy was strong. And Diane got a bottle of water.
Yes, and it was kind of funny because to me it reminded me of how the Jamaican people would say it, with their saying it in English, water. So that was really funny, water.
I got a Jamaican rum punch, which is passion fruit. This bad boy is very, very strong and very, very yummy. Only $10 too. Worth it. There are several rides and attractions at Mystic Mountain. They have an infinity pool, with an awesome water slide, a really cool ride called the Ragamuffin. It's a free swinging roller coaster. They also have climbing wall, ropes course, and a zip line.
Mystic Mountain also offers food and drinks such as coffee espresso bar, pizza counter, Jamaican meal options, and ice cream. They also have alcohol and other drinks. So after a few hours on Mystic Mountain, our adventure was about to end. We had to get back to the ship, so we made our way to the chairlift to head back down and find our bus. Let us know if you've ever been to Mystic Mountain and what you thought. Please comment below.
Yeah, it's so green, so lush, so beautiful. It's really, really quite pristine.
Here we go, on the way down.
Not quite as high on the way down.
I love that breeze. It's beautiful.
Coming up to a zip line platform. Bunch of zip liners.
All right, let me get the first family. Right here for me.
All right, as promised earlier, this is our recap of our fun day in Ocho Rios. Hello everyone, this is day 4 on the Carnival Horizon. This is our daily recap.
Yes, and today we went to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and we had a great morning there. The only problem that we did have is the lineup for the bobsled. I think we were in there for an hour to a little bit over an hour. You're standing in a line. It took kind of a long time.
It was hot.
Yeah, it when we looked before, it was saying it was going to be in the 70s, but it was actually probably 83 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was pretty warm.
Yeah, from the start, it was kind of unorganized. You know, you have the guy holding the placard. It'll say Jamaican Bobsleds, you know, so you go over to where that person's at. and there was gotta be 200, 300 people just in this small area. And we didn't know that ours was a 9 o'clock, and they had 8:45. So they told us to go up there and get your wristband and stuff, only to come to find out that they were doing the 8:45 guests, not the 9 o'clock guests. So they just pushed us over to the side. We had to wait another about 20 minutes. Then it was actually very, very difficult fighting your way through the crowd. The guys holding the sign up, taking us to where the buses are at. And it was actually kind of an ordeal, even waiting to get on a bus. But once we got on the bus, it was an easy trip to Mystic Mountain. And everything else went real smooth to there. We got on the chairlift, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like going up the chairlift. It does, but this time, because Paul and I went before, this time it seemed like it took longer to get up there. Maybe it was anticipation because I wanted to get on that bobsled again.
It just seemed longer.
Yeah, it just seemed like it, but it's a nice ride because it's a cool breeze blowing at you, and you're just kind of
nice scenery. You can see the ship off in the distance.
Yeah, and you're just kind of going slow, right? Up the thing. So it was a nice ride up.
I can't look down though. I'm a little bit afraid of heights. Kind of makes me get a little bit dizzy. So we get off the chairlift, and we had to put our bag in a locker. You couldn't bring it with you on the bobsled. So we get in line, and I would say it took an hour to get or more, and it was only about 60, 70 people. You would think it would go a lot faster, but well, that's what we had to put up with. And the bobsleds were different than what they used to be. They used to be kind of enclosed. Now they're kind of open. And it used to be you could hook a bobsled up to a bobsled in front of you. So let's say I can go ahead and work the brake and stuff, and then Diane can be in the back and film. Now they have it to where either you ride one person per bobsled, or you can ride two people per the same bobsled, but it would really be cramped. There really isn't that much room. So what we did was we had Diane go down first, and then a minute later I went down. And I went ahead and I just held one hand onto the Osmo camera and the other hand onto the brake and the throttle so I could make it down the mountain.
Yeah, and let me tell you, this was my first time doing it myself out of the few times that Paul and I have taken this down, because like Paul said, we hooked together and he was in the front and he was controlling everything. So I didn't know what to do. I knew that if you push forward, you go faster, you pull back, you slow it down. But Paul said that they moved the handles, that they used to be up further.
On the new bobsleds, yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm way down like this and I'm trying to push forward. So I had to scoot up in the chair because I have short arms. I had to scoot up to be able to push it all forward. And the guy kept telling me, now make sure you keep, have it way pushed forward because somebody will run.
You're actually leaning over like this just to hold the throttle down.
Yeah, so he's like, somebody's they'll hit you in the back and that. So here I had it like that, and it was like pretty much almost the whole ride I was zipping down there so fast around corners and that. And I told Paul, I said, I didn't really enjoy it that much because, I was so afraid, that I was going to fly off the curve and that because I was going so fast.
Yeah, they have a lot of things up in Mystic Mountain. They have a nice little gift shop we went into. Then they have a bar where you can get a drink, and I got this passion fruit rum punch, and that was the strongest drink I've had since we've been on this cruise, for only $10. Now, if you ever go up to Mystic Mountain and get one of their drinks, because they make them very, very strong. And they have other rides up there too. They got the Ragamuffin, which is sort of like a roller coaster that you're hanging like this and going down this track. And then they have a really nice water slide. They have a rock climbing wall. They have zip lining, and they have those ATVs. You can ride those. So there's a lot of different things you can do up there. So if you ever come to Ocho Rios, you're looking for some excursion to do, coming to Mystic Mountain, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do up here.
Yeah, we had a really good time. We were there probably a couple hours and that, but it, like we were saying, it was warmer than we thought it was going to be. So we ended up going back down to the ship.
Yeah, we were tired.
Yeah, and then this is, because on the way there, it's a long walk, on the pier. And so I said, I can do it. We're just starting out, because I have this knee issue. And I said, we're fine and that. And so on the way, Paul says, well, on the way back, you probably won't be able to walk that good. We'll just take it on the way back. They give you a ride on one of those rickshaw type things.
Yeah.
And so we asked the guy,
what it costs.
yeah, and he said $5 per person.
That's
So
okay, we'll walk.
I said to
Thank
Paul,
you.
I says, I can make it. Yeah, so
For literally a quarter mile of a ride, they're charging you $10. So we decided not to do it.
yeah, so we decided. I mean, it was nice too because we could take. Somebody took a picture of us with the ship in the background. So if we were on that riding back, we wouldn't have really been able to get that picture. So that worked out too, that we got a picture of us with the ship in the back.
And then we also had lunch at the Blue Iguana.
Oh yeah.
And that's the first time that I've ever gotten tacos. I got chicken tacos this time. I've always had gotten a burrito in the past. So I tried their tacos out, and they were really, really good. I'm glad I went ahead and gave them a shot.
Yeah, I got the burrito, and because I like them better than the tacos, but I got beef and shrimp on it, and then I had lettuce and refried beans, and I had grilled green pepper, and it was really, really good. It was, on the wheat wrap. But it was, I thought.
All right, that about does it for Diane and me. And there's one more thing we want you to do. And that's click that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you never ever miss an exciting episode of The Adventurous Life of Paul and Diane. And as always, live your life as an adventure. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I used to play around with hearts, hasten at my call. When I met that little